Self-drive through Kruger National Park. It's one of the most rewarding ways to experience Africa's wild beauty. Every day, hundreds of visitors explore Kruger behind the wheel of their own vehicle, setting their own pace and chasing their own adventures. If you've done a self-drive safari before, you'll know exactly what I mean. The freedom to choose your route, to linger at that special sighting for as long as you want, and to simply connect with nature on your own terms. So, don't be intimidated. This is the way to explore Kruger. If you're also a self-drive enthusiast, we'll love to hear your stories and favorite sightings in the comments. And if you're planning your self-drive safari, feel free to ask for tips. We are happy to share what we've learned along the way. Enjoy. After our long visit to Kruger in April, it didn't take long before we started feeling those familiar withdrawal symptoms, the kind only the bush can cure. So we planned a quick weekend trip. The only camp with camping space available was Malalaan Satellite Camp, which turned out to be perfect since we had never camped there before. Our first memorable sighting. 3 large elephant bulls traveling together. It made us wonder about their story. Are they brothers or just old companions spending their latter years side by side? One of them had lost a tusk, a silent reminder of what these giants endure through life in the wild. You can't help but speculate and admire their quiet strength. We were up early, ready to explore. Our plan? Head towards Crocodile Bridge area first. That decision turned out to be the best one of the weekend. Little did we know what this part of Kruger had in store for us. We were in for a big surprise. Not far from Crocodile Bridge, just below the dam, we spotted a lioness from the bridge. She appeared to be stalking impala in the riverbed. We didn't see a hunt, but moments later, after turning onto the S28, we found another group of lionesses, probably from the same pride. Our weekend had started in the best possible way.
Like panic. Unbelievable how dry this.
During the winter of 2024, it was worrying to see how quickly dam levels across Kruger dropped. Even though the north received good summer rains, the southern parts, including here near Skukuza, had below average rainfall. By 2025, the situation repeated itself, and nowhere was it more evident than at Lake Panic, a stark reminder of how fragile this ecosystem can be. Near Skukuza, we came across a herd of elephants resting in the shade, seeking relief from the warm, dry winter sun. They were surprisingly calm, even with all the tourist vehicles and activity in the area. It reminded us how important it is that everyone enjoy these moments respectfully, so that the animals can feel relaxed and also stay calm as this herd has. On our way back to Malalaan, we couldn't resist stopping at Renosterpond, a little gem that rarely disappoints. At first we noticed what looked like a large rock in the water, but knowing there are no rocks here, we realized it could only be a hippo. The water was too shallow for it to stay submerged, the harsh winter sun clearly taking its toll. Soon after, elephants arrived, also seeking the cool comfort of the pan. One young bull in particular made sure everyone knew this was his waterhole. For the safety of these magnificent animals, we won't reveal where or when these sightings occurred. We're just deeply grateful to have seen several rhinos this weekend, and even more uplifting to see a young calf by its mother's side, a small but powerful sign that the species is still holding on, despite the ever-present threat of poaching. This mother and calf were beautifully relaxed, even with several vehicles nearby. They hesitated at first, then crossed the road calmly, giving everyone around a truly special moment. Graceful, confident, unbothered. A reminder of what we stand to lose if we don't protect them. After such a rewarding first day, we could only hope for another just as special. Kruger has a way of constantly surprising its visitors. No 2 days are ever the same. Little did we know, today we'd finally encounter one of the cats we've been hoping to see for so long. Stay tuned, the surprise comes later in this episode. We began the morning fittingly with another big elephant bull, one clearly dealing with an itch that needed some serious stretching. From Bergendal we headed north on the H3, turned onto the S118, then followed the S114 and 112 northward before looping back south via the H3, S120 and S110, ending the day at Matjulu Dam. Watching birds in the wild can be fascinating. Sometimes the smallest scenes carry the biggest messages. Take this pair of African hoopoes. At first glance, they just seem to be hopping about, calling softly to one another. But a closer look revealed something far more meaningful. They were feeding their chicks, hidden safely inside a small hole in the ground. What made it so remarkable is where they had chosen to make their nest, right beside a well-used animal path that led down to the waterhole. Elephants, antelope, or even predators passed by daily. To us, that might seem reckless, a dangerous place to raise something so fragile, but for these two, it was perfect. The constant movement around their nest kept smaller predators away, and the dry earth offered both warmth and protection. It's one of those quiet reminders that nature doesn't follow our logic. What looks risky to us is often part of a much greater plan, a design where every detail, every choice has its purpose. Here is our lesson from nature for this episode. Sometimes the safest place isn't where it seems quietest, and the right path isn't always the easiest one to understand. Nature's little lesson: to trust the instinct placed within us, and to find peace and purpose, even when the world around us seems uncertain. And how lucky could we be? Lions for the second day in a row. Although these lions were not close to the road, they were perfectly visible lying out in the open, clearly resting after what must have been a busy night's activity. The way they lay there, stretched out in the cool river sand, completely at ease, reminded us how effortlessly they command the landscape, even in stillness. It was clear they had no plans to move anytime soon, and with a large area still ahead of us to explore, we decided to quietly move on, leaving them in peace, together with a few other eager visitors just as hungry for a good lion sighting as we were.
huge herd of buffalo here. It's a nice bull there. But we are blocked by a white Fortuner, unfortunately. And we're getting some footage here over the bonnet of the Fortuner, fortunately.
For the first time on the S118, we came across a massive herd of buffalo. We waited patiently as they crossed the road, unaware of what was happening behind them. Moments later, a huge elephant bull appeared, moving steadily towards the herd. Some vehicles wisely pushed forward through the buffaloes. One small bakkie barely cleared the path in time. It made us wonder what would have happened if it hadn't. Nowhere to go except forward into the herd. A tense moment, a true reminder of how unpredictable the wild can be.
Dat is een beetje gekeken, het is inzaal. En dan zou je dan ook wat gezegd. En kijk zo mooi.
Later that day, we met another magnificent elephant bull. Not one of Kruger's record breakers, but still an impressive tusker. Seeing an elephant like this always stirs something inside of me. It takes so much to reach this stage of life. The right genetics, good nutrition, and pure survival instinct over 50 years or more. Every one of these bulls is a monument to endurance. It's a pity we can't share more, but their protection is what matters most. Seeing these magnificent rhinos alive and thriving, that's what truly counts. May 2025 brought tragedy to South Africa's vultures. On the 13th of May, 123 vultures were poisoned inside Kruger National Park. Thankfully, 83 were saved. Just a few days later, around the time of our visit, another poisoning occurred in Lionsbreak, near where these vultures were filmed. It's heartbreaking to think that some of these birds here may have been among the victims. In total, 223 vultures lost their lives in this month alone. A senseless attack on nature's balance. ended our day at Majulu Dam, a favorite spot that has gifted us so many incredible sightings. Buffalo rested in the water's edge, escaping the heat of the winter sun. Moments later, elephants arrived, seeking the same cool comfort. A perfect end to another unforgettable Kruger weekend. To everyone who supports and inspires us, thank you. We're not professionals, just ordinary people who love the wild. And while we can, we'll keep exploring it, enjoying it, and sharing it with you. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who appreciate this beautiful land and the amazing creation God has given us. Until next time, God bless. Very far off. Sorry, not quite the end yet. And thank you for everyone who stayed with us until now, because this sighting is one we've been waiting for a long time. We've heard that the cheetahs were in the Malalaan area, and you can imagine our excitement when we finally spotted them. They were quite far off, but with the help of our binoculars and our trusty 200 to 800 lens, we can share this special moment with you all. And on this high note, we must say goodbye. Until the next one, God bless.